And here's Denver. Murray with it. Now guarded by Brown. Murray, no good.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Horford for three. And stolen by Jokic. Here's Murray. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance
All of
for
them
him.
are unbeaten in their respect. I know for the Nuggets and the Spurs is Jokic and Wemby.
He's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
That one's off. Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two.
And the Pelicans, all of them are undefeated in group play thus far. There is still plenty of time, though, for those other teams to get out of the group. And how about the East, you might ask? Well, let's take a little look here. That's where things get even more interesting, because we have the Magic, the Knicks, the Pistons, the Bucks, the Hawks, the Cavs. All of them are unbeaten in their respective groups. Notice, though, the Celtics, with that one loss already, that means tonight's games against the undefeated Cavaliers, it'll be crucial if they want to win their East Group C. And here's Donovan Mitchell this morning at shoot-around.
15 games. At the end of the day, we're not going to win championships today and tomorrow, so just how we just use that youth as building blocks, but, you know, Jordan and I too, we understand that this will be one of our students, and to, you know, to swing with that, but also understand it's a long season and plenty of time, and continue to take the best.
So the 15-0 Cavs will put that undefeated record to the test in Boston, going up against the defending champs. And who will be at that game? Why, our Tim Bontemps, of course, who joins us now. And we just heard Tim from Donovan Mitchell on his mindset today. But how do his teammates feel going into this one?
Well, it's interesting, Malika. You heard Donovan Mitchell there give a very measured approach, as you would expect for a guy who's a veteran who's been in a bunch of playoff series in his career, about what this game means tonight. But I thought it was interesting that Evan Mobley, the young forward for the Cavaliers, who signed a max contract this summer, he made it clear that he wants this game to be a statement for them to show that the Cavs can be true contenders, and that this opening start to the season, when they've gone 15-0 and had one of the best starts in the history of the league, that it is the fluke, and that at the end of the season, when the Cavs get to the playoffs, they would be a team that can be considered a legitimate championship threat. And the irony of totally saying that is if the Cavs are going to be that kind of team, it's going to be because he and Darius Garland continue to play with the aggression, particularly on the offensive end, that they have through the opening month of the season. That's been the biggest change this year from last. So Kenny Atkinson, the new coach, has come in. He's put a bunch of confidence in both Mobley and Garland, got them playing very aggressive and free, a lot of freedom to attack in the open court, to get downhill and score in the paint. And that's been a big part of what's allowed the Cavs to not only get off to a great start, but have Donovan Mitchell play fewer minutes than he has at any point in his career, as they hope to have him ready to go in the playoffs and make a much deeper playoff run than they did a year ago when they lost to the Celtics in the second round.
So that's the Cavaliers side of all of this. Tim, before we let you go, Kristaps Porzingis, he practiced yesterday for the first time this season. Where is he at in terms of his recovery, and what are the next steps for him?
I'm just saying, ESPN bet is C Green, Steven's A-list. Why can't I have a pulse down on featured bet?
Like what?
Molly's Money Lines. They call me the queen of money lines.
Do they call you that?
They should.
Sign up for ESPN Bet to receive your welcome bonus today.
Nice to see a good play on D.
Well, this is a big moment, Malika, that Kristaps Porzingis came back and practiced with the main Celtics at Boston's practice facility yesterday. This is the first time he went through any sort of full practice since having that surgery on the tendon in his ankle back in the off-season after he came back and had that memorable return in the NBA Finals. And Porzingis is on track to come back sometime, I think, in the next few weeks. He's going to continue to practice. He went through yesterday's practice without any issues. They told Rona Shelburne.
And Murray drops them both. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Horford left side. It's Brown on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Denver. And here's Westbrook. And stolen by Brown. Pass to Holiday. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Holiday. Rejected by Westbrook.
Wow, Russell Westbrook, when he's engaged defensively, he can send it back.
Can't connect from short range.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Tatum from long range. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
Boston ball. Substitution on the court.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Here's Hauser. Again, the miss by Boston.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
The Nuggets trail. Oh, it's stolen. And they're on the break. Here's Springer. It's wide right, hits off the rim. And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. And you know, you look at someone like Peyton Pritchard, Doris, heady guy who doesn't make many mistakes.
And BA, maybe his best attribute in my mind is the competitive spirit and the motor he plays with. He's a fearless shot taker, either inside or from three-point range. He makes excellent choices with his passes. But again, I go back to that competitive toughness.
And finished off by Westbrook.
The ideal fast break option. Westbrook plays with energy and explosion in the open court.
Springer. Again, the miss by Boston.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside Murray. Shot clock at 6. For 3. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Cornette can't hit. Denver leading by 5. Now here's Murray. 9 points in the game. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Pulls it. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Jamal Murray. He's been the guy making things happen for Denver. And during that quarter, he was everything. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
They've done a great
Two
job
players were questionable for tonight. Team Williams out for the game. They're in Boston. The Celtics are really highly motivated to win this game because they've already got a home loss in the NBA Cup. You know, they're favored to win the game. The one weakness that the Cavs have is that they're not great defending the 3. They're 28th in the league in 3-point percentage defense. I know the Celtics are going to poke at that tonight. Like, if the Cavs win, I realize they're trying to have this record tonight would be amazing, but the Celtics are favored. This is a game for them, not a game for Cleveland. This is a big thing the upside. This is a game for Cleveland. I'm almost surprised. No, if the Cavs, I mean, the thing is, we're judging Boston when it comes to the playoffs being able to repeat. We're judging Cleveland to see if they can play against the best of the best. And you're not off of this yet because you didn't mention Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. Those are the guys that have to show growth. Okay, I got it. Those are the guys that can show growth. I keep bringing this up because it was seared into my brain. When Evan Mobley was without Donovan Mitchell and a couple of key players in the playoffs last year, he upped his game. He brought that confidence into this year. And now he has a coach that believes in him. We'll see what that looks like with the rest of his team. Jarrett Allen, yeah, question. Okay, can our bigs go out there and guard on the perimeter? To me, if I'm a coach, I'm saying let's accept the challenge. Let's figure out if we can do that. And that's the opportunity that this game presents. It's a shame that if the Celtics lose tonight, they're not able to come out of the NBA Cup. Right.
Move that. Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Brett, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Second chance effort. And no good, trying to use the glass. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Pass to Horford. And here's Brown. The three. Hey, Horford from range.
Well, this guy's got such big-time mobility for a big man. Al Horford specializes in finding the gaps in the defense. Nice catch and
shoot. Nuggets trail by 3. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And Westbrook draws the double. Pass to Murray. To halt the run. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Celtics lead by 3. Horford in the high post. The kick to Tatum. And here's Brown for 3. It's rebounded by Najee. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds.
Checking in the game for your Nuggets.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside Holiday.
Big props, TJ, for that excellent tribute to the weekend of De'Aaron Fox. Time to go in the bonus. On Friday, De'Aaron Fox scored a franchise record 16 points against the Timberwolves, breaking the NBA's longest-standing franchise scoring records originally set by Jack Twyman in 1960. Now, De'Aaron, he followed that up by scoring 49 to beat the Utah Jazz on Saturday. He made 38 shots between these 2 games. And what's crazy is that he did it almost on his own. 35 of these makes were unassisted, by far the most in a 2-game span in his career. And that all adds up to Fox joining Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant as the only players to score 109 points in a 2-day span in all of NBA history. Now joining NBA today, Cypress, Texas's finest NBA All-Star De'Aaron Fox. So De'Aaron, I have to ask you, obviously, what has changed? Was it a pregame meal? Was it a different song that you listened to make you have such great outputs for these last 2 games?
5 on the clock.
No, nothing's changed. Utah was one of our assistant coaches came up to me. He's like, "You talk this many times per game. I need you up to here." And that's basically what I've started to put on in. It's pretty much changed my game, I feel like.
And knowing you personally, who's harder on you, routes or your wife would say, on making sure you take the next steps in your career with your skills?
I think they're both. They're like 1A, 1B. They're both extremely tough on me, but I mean, I think you want that in the people that you have around you. You know, you want them to always want you to do better, and you always know that. See that instead of mercy, they both stay on me, and I'm very grateful to have both of them.
Yeah, you are who you surround yourself with. In the last few years, the Kings have really caught the NBA world and fans hearts because of Light the Beam. But I know the goal of yours in Sacramento is to light the beam when it matters most. So what will help you do that? I know you added DeMar, but what does your team have their eyes on this season to improve upon the last few years?
You may not know where you stand with that neighbor you waved at but never talked to.
Control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
But you always know where you stand with a sport haircut track that tracks your real-time wing time. It's a game changer.
Here's Jokic. No stopping Jokic in the paint.
Down in the paint, Jokic knows how to take charge, getting past the D and to a look.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Horford. And a
Give me
great
easier.
assist by
I like that you mentioned defense, even though this year you are averaging a career-high 29 points and you turn 27 in a month. Do you feel like this year is going to be the best of your season and your career thus far?
I think it's definitely trending that way, but I mean, to be one of the best players in this league, to be one of the best teams in this league, it has to be consistency. And we're not even 20 games in yet, so I'm hoping, but I'm continuing to work towards that for sure.
And we see the results of that work. And you decided to bet on yourself this offseason, bypassing an extension with Sacramento. How has that affected your mindset and your play this season?
To the paint.
For me, man, when I step on the court, I try not to think about those things. I want to continue to see us grow as a team. And that's the bigger part for me, is seeing where we are, in a year or two. But I'm extremely confident in this group, and I don't think about, a contract situation once I step on the court. I'm only thinking about trying to win the game that's at hand.
And your success is a direct correlation to your team's success because all NBA can have a major impact on your future. How important is it for you to achieve that type of status this year?
Yeah, as a player that I want to be, obviously want to continue to make All-NBA, even if it's not a contract year. So like I said, just not thinking about those things. And like you said, team success does play a major part in it. But for me, every time I step foot out there, I want to be the best player that I can be, and that's one part of the court. I feel like I've been better defensively this year, as well as offensively. So I'm just out there trying to help my team win.
And I've seen you help teams win for a very long time. For those who don't know, those guys like little bro to me because we're both from Cypress, Texas. He went to Cy Lakes High School. I went to Cypress High School. And I remember my little sister who was playing at Cywoods at the time was saying, that guy is going so deep. That guy is fast. And it's crazy. Like the last 5 or so years, every GM has said you've won this category, that you are the fastest guy in the NBA. How do you stay sharp?
Watson with a rebound.
I mean, it's a lot of work. I feel like I was blessed to see. People ask me all the time what I did to get fast. I'm like, brother, I was just born. I was born with those genetics. But I feel like the big thing for me, as I've gotten older, I've learned to play with pace.
How valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Drew Holiday is elite, period.
Nuggets trail by 7. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
The Nuggets really believe in Jamal Murray. Coach Michael Malone said, what I want from Jamal is to be himself. If he does that, all the other stuff will take care of itself. But I want him to challenge himself to be a leader and to do the things every day that got him to this point.
Well, Murray will always put in the work. We know that. Good stuff, Allie. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
4-3. Denver grabs the miss. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Holiday. Here's Porter. Pass to Watson. Jokic with it. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Watson. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. From the arc. Called in by Brown. Celtics lead by 8. On the wing, Holiday. Down low. Brown scanning the floor. Back to Tatum. Outside Holiday. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And it's Tatum missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
On the wing, Murray. No good on the triple.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
One thing you got to love about Drew Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor.
And Denver making a change here. Holiday hits them both. Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
No one is faster than this road runner. He just flies up and down the court. His drives per game have doubled the last 2 games, and everything is easier for him and the Kings when he attacks. Quietly, though, Luke said that his defense has improved, and he's also very motivated after the Kings did not return to the playoffs last season. Contract stuff doesn't hurt him.
ESPN Bet now has profit boosts, so I parlay this money line with these points and total yards. That is boost.
Do you want me to boost your latte?
Boost it, baby. Sign up for ESPN Bet to receive your welcome bonus today.
I think it also helps in that they got DeMar DeRozan, because everybody knows that De'Aaron Fox is a great clutch player, but so is DeMar DeRozan, and he's been out with a back injury the last couple of games here. Not going to play tonight, but they are hopeful he's going to play Friday night because they have 3 days off practice. So when he's out, De'Aaron has everything to go do.
But he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
The 3. Porter pulls it in. Nuggets trail by 10. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Inside. Here's Cornette. And he banks in the layup. Cornette's got his first points of the game.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Pass to Jokic. Jokic muscles it down.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Here's Springer. Here's Hauser. He's guarded by Porter. Cornette at the post. Kept alive. Pass to Tillman. Here's Pritchard. Gets the 3 ball to go. Pritchard's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter of basketball. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Now, he shot well from the line tonight, going 4 of 5.
Jamal Murray, shooting 1.
And that one misses.
Substitution for your Nuggets, Zignagi.
Because when you started 15-0, then you came.
Not me, the Rockets.
The Rockets. You came. Somebody's going to knock us off, and we can keep this. What are you thinking?
Well, at that time it was a record, so
you tied the record.
We tied the record.
Yeah.
So now you're like the anticipation about 10. You realize that you can do something special as a team. And so I thought then about at 10 or 11, that's when it started to we started to pay attention to it. Then
back to Westbrook.
This game to me.
Backs up a 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Celtics lead by 13.
15 in a row. Yeah, so I was 2 for a bad game, right?
Over for 6.
I don't know.
Here's Pritchard.
It's not one question, though. So you're like 11 and 12 and 0. You're looking at the schedule. Yes.
So we wanted to get, no, we were trying to get to New York. And that was like, get to New York. And we had to be 15. And then I guess also, like, they're on TNT. We were in Madison Square Garden at New York Media. It was so much energy in the building for that. Then the next time we played, that energy was such a letdown. We didn't play much. The rookie Blaylock was in 28. Rookie Blaylock, that's a great thing. Yeah. That dude was a bad boy. I've been a part of the team where the nice street 15, 16, 17 years ago. And the middle of them put me under there. And what starts to happen is more distraction stuff. What I mean by that, like you're 15-year-old, you become 16-year-old, and you start talking about records, and some of the players start getting cute. When I look at Cleveland right now, I see that they're together. If they could just formulate this and keep it going, keep moving the ball like they are, I like them to beat Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. Oh, Lord. And possibly be champions. So let's take a look at the CarMax for the night. We'll ever settle. And so, yeah, before the Warriors did their 24 in a row, it was the Rockets and it was the Washington Capitals. And you brought maybe another 49 to, yeah, I used to work in the studio doing 40 as a matter of fact, I'm here. The DK thought it was good. Joe and Joe Fultz, so I used to beat him to the board all the time back then. Yeah, those are the records. Now a chance to go 16. But it was a relief. But could you feel like when you went into the gym that the other side was look at the first guys to hang. You know what the funny thing is? When you're on a streak like this, the bad teams, they give up early. So you have easy nights because they're like, oh, these guys are on a roll, we can't come back. The good teams, they'll continue to fight through that. But like, if you play a team that's struggling, like Philadelphia is 2-11 now, we play them, oh, we got to win. The first quarter, we're up 30. So we have been up 30. But when you play teams like the Atlanta Hawks, they're coming in and they're not. But it was a release to me. This is going to be when it was over tonight because something is still the champions. This is a big game for them. They're going to be like, hey, that's cute. Y'all are cool, clean and old. But we're the champs. And we're eliminatory. And even though we don't have the Zeniths, they gotta remind the Cavaliers like, hey, you know what? We have a game for the Cavs. No, I don't think it was a game for the Cavs. You're 15-0. You're proving your point. You got a really good team. But when they're the champs, they're like, and that'd be a different game than Cleveland. But they're coming into your house. You don't want to sit in the bench like that. Y'all are having a cute little season. Cute. But we are the champs. Plain and simple. So this Saturday now, based on the way Cleveland playing, they are not better than the Celtics right now. But you can't judge the Celtics right now. Because as I've said, they are a totally different team with Porzingis. You judge with course. No. But I'm saying that the Celtics else in the no, not like that. Porzingis, I said this last to the beginning of the season. Porzingis makes the Celtics pretty much unbeatable in my opinion. When that kid is helping their different teams, these are some jaw-dropping league ranks for the Cavaliers. And when you compare them to last year as they lead the league in scoring, shooting, three-point percentage, they got the top offensive rating, and a lot of that is because of that bottom line, that pace. They're playing quicker. They're the number 7 playing pace under Kenny Atkinson. So you got to give them a lot of credit, honey. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you remember, he's up on the coach, and he said, don't forget. Now, think about 3 or 4 years ago. We were bragging about Kenny Atkinson. Doing a great job in Brooklyn. He was doing a fabulous job. We're like, this guy might be the next really, really good coach. Then KD and Kyrie came there, and they kicked him off the ship. But if you go back and look, he was doing a great job in Brooklyn. But then when KD and Kyrie came there, they kicked him off the ship. And you know what? He didn't complain. He just went back. But he is the difference. No disrespect to the other coaches. This guy knows how to coach, but we forget. Because our last member is him getting fired in Brooklyn. Most coaches, they allow you to play faster than you want to share the ball. They're averaging over 28% per game. Ball is moving. Darian Garland is playing great basketball. So
You know, the fact that they're averaging 20 more than 20 points per game, and they're playing faster, but they're doing what the coach asks them, they're moving the ball. Everybody sees that they're
The scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here from the
They're one of the best passing teams
anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
They would never just go out one-on-one isolation. You learned that with the Golden State Warriors.
This was a monster
Name it. How about $2 million?
Leadership he showed today.
Cash. Yes.
Great reads and distributed the ball
I got
accordingly.
it. I know you got to. That's what he did. That sounds good. It's like, go in my locker, slice of it. Go in my locker. You hear him? Go in my locker. I would be in your locker right now if you had $2 million in this. Hey, you know what I'm saying? All you got to do is know his birthday. We are under 26 minutes away from the tip tonight's count. I bet brought to you by Dash Pass. Your door to all things basketball. So we've got the Cleveland Cavaliers unbeaten, taking on the Boston Celtics. Already called him. This team might never lose. We'll be back with more. Let's get by CarMax's TNT NBA tip-offs in just a second.
Jokic with it.
Chase Freedom Unlimited rewards every game moment with cashback. Heartbreaking areas. Cashback on every waking moment. Rewards here for being with Chase Freedom Unlimited.
Be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.